So well deserved.
So many heroes.
God bless.
So many heroes that day. 78 outside right now, Bill Taylor?
It feels pretty good,
Wow.
right? I mean, if the winds were out going, it would be even better, but I've at least got some not as hot temperatures in the forecast.
We'll take it. We'll take anything at this point.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, this literally is a heat wave. You know, we're in a heat wave and it's fall. We're definitely calling this second summer, and it's not done just yet. But since it is October, we're 2 weeks away from Halloween. Let's begin there. The annual fall question is coming. Trick or treat? I mean, it's quite a deal. You just go to a home and you get free candy. You know? I mean, you do have to dress up. All right, so here's the deal. Last year was very warm, 90. Had a low of 73, almost similar to what we're doing right now, okay? So it's not going to be a far cry from what we did just last year, but on the trend of what we're looking at, and we do get a cold front before the 31st, we could be trending more towards the lower 80s and near 60 on a low. And the trend of recent Halloweens has been dry. This is the good news. I mean, we've only had 1/100th of an inch, 2/100ths of an inch in 2022 and 2023. Out of the last 5 years, we've been pretty dry. Again, last year was warm, 2023 was chilly, and then it was about average for 3 years in a row. So all in all, that's not too bad. Outside tonight, winds are calm. You can see the flags are barely moving on a partly cloudy night right now. Temperature is 79, and we've got a northeast breeze pretty light. Dew point about 55, so that's why it feels pretty comfortable. And even the heat today didn't feel too bad. Even though we did hit 91, it's always worse if we have those dew points in the 60s and you're feeling a lot of the humidity. Because remember, you evaporate water off your body, and if there's a lot of moisture in the atmosphere, you're not evaporating that water off of your bodies efficiently. So 94, look at that high in Gonzales. San Marcos was there, awfully close at Carrizo Springs. 91's on the Rio Grande, just like us. 92's down I-35. All right, so the high-pressure dome's still the major weather player, the upper-level high-pressure cooker. And this is exactly why we had poor air quality today. We were at moderate. It didn't get too bad. But we don't have an ozone action day tomorrow, even though the high stays in control. Now, one thing does change a little bit as we get into next week, getting a frontal boundary in with a decent chance of rain. But in the meantime, a huge deepening trough out across the western U.S., putting a lot of moisture down, but nothing for us, because once you get over Texas, we're underneath the influence of high pressure, and you can see the clockwise rotation around that high, and it stays in control. So tomorrow morning, I think a few clouds, not many, and we're looking at upper 50s, maybe even 56 Fredericksburg. That's nice. 63 or 64 for us, staying in the 80s, maybe upper 80s for tomorrow. I think this computer model lowballing just a little bit. And then as we get into Friday morning, there was a few showers showing up earlier. Now the model's keeping them closer to Bay City, but we had a couple of them near Hallettsville and Gonzales for about mid-morning Friday, something to keep in mind. All right, let's talk about this front from San Fernando Cathedral. Now, first things first, the next 7 days, no change. Okay, so we're going 88 to 89 Thursday, Friday, then really hot on Saturday, 93 to maybe even 94. It's going to be a hot Saturday. Then a weak front comes through, and you can see it doesn't do much at all. I mean, we're going to still see lower 90s. Here's the front that means something. 30% chances of rain Thursday, Friday, and then heading into the final weekend of October, it feels like October. That's where we should be. Right around 60 in the mornings, right around 83 to 84 in the afternoons.